We are at a college basketball game, and Harry's watching the game. He's also watching Wang sitting right next to him with his laptop out and this little joystick. After he watches for a while, he says, "Hey, you can't do that." And Wang says, "Do what?" And Harry says, "I've been watching you. You've been moving that joystick around, and the ball's been dancing out of the basket. You can't do that." And Wang says, "You not understand. Got money on the game." So Randall Stevenson. Oh, Stevenson arose. I've just been doing a little research on names that ring a bell. Pardon the AT&T reference. Don't know if they're related, but yeah, I went to school with a couple of them. And anyway, Randall Stevenson is having a press conference, and someone asked him about Melton. John Melton Brady not getting one 9/11 Flight 93 check in over a decade of asking, and Randall, of course, says, "We don't promote Christianity, we don't approve of Christianity, and so we can't let you talk to Melton, son of a carpenter, married dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. Make that video of you trying to call me. That's your family's lifeline, that AT&T, it's hijacking as you try to call me. Make the video, post." Here AT&T conducting harassment techniques in your neighborhood. Call up AT&T's executives and ask them why they are attempting to overthrow the American government by actively participating in America's hijack lifelines. You make that video of your hijack call to me, you get their reaction, their name, their position, you post. Do the same for the generals as well. If they don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is, they're involved or they're incompetent. In either case, get them on video and post. General, why are you attempting to overthrow the government? Or are you incompetent?
I am Melton, son of a carpenter and married. Daddy carpenter worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. I'm the son of a carpenter. I get to tell parables and my business, truth, and the human spirit. I also design imagery. Find 28,000 plus. Follow the links at vote-truth.blogspot.com. Find 28,000 plus examples of my work. Melton page as well. And be sure to put them on flash drive so that lots of other folks, flash drives and phones, so lots of other folks email, text, offload onto a computer and let the whole party get plenty of Melton's imagery. Make sure you get the ones prepared as 4x6 photos if you want to print them out as 4x6 photos. See a helicopter? 9/11 Flight 93, check in, post in 5. Plane or a helicopter. Make that video of America's hijack lifelines. I've been asking for over a decade for that first 9/11 Flight 93 check, and I've yet to get one. Make that video of whatever you get when you don't get me. 424-229-4140. Certify your mail to me as well. Not one bit of mail about those 93 checks either, and those hijacking your calls to me are worried enough about their crimes that AT&T and Spectrum are hip deep in. Worried enough about their crimes to all their phone records covered up. So call up AT&T's executives, call up generals. If they don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is after a decade of imagery and videos, they're involved or they're incompetent. Ask them which it is. Bill has hit the mother lode. He was just out doing a little walk in computer land, and he came across AT&T's list of which handicapped folks they're conducting harassment against, and which of their 150 million subscribers are not allowed to talk to who, and why they're not allowed to talk to who, or what they can't talk about, or that phone goes dead. Make that video. Spectrum is AT&T's. They're conducting harassment techniques against a man in a wheelchair who's been telling you for a decade to check your phone and have yet to get that first call. Also, don't forget the generals. The general is on his way, and Colonel South stops him. He wants to talk to him. He says, "General, don't go to that bar." And the general says, "I've been getting calls from concerned Americans, and I don't have a good answer for why I don't know what's going on with the 9/11 Flight 93 check of America's Lifelines." Oh, I've been asking, me, Milton, I've been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for over a decade. I've yet to get one. Make that video of you calling up generals and trying to call me in front of them and asking them, are you involved or are you incompetent with this man's political and religious censorship? Also call up AT&T. Their executives are conducting harassment techniques with Spectrum next door, and the general says, "You're not going to stop me," and Colonel South says, "Well, at least take off the dress. Everybody's got phone cameras now." Colonel South is trying to calm the general down. He says maybe it just wasn't the right time for that. They just placed that cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by all those cowardly Husseins. But the general's irreconcilable. I don't know. He can't be calmed down. He says I should have been president. I'll show them. Here's the general's staging of revolution. Hijacking America's lifelines. I've been asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for over a decade. I have yet to get one. Make that video of you asking that general, any general, what do you know about that? Are you involved or are you incompetent? Let them tell you. Milton's flower imagery. Make for a good contact image. See my contact, think your contact. See my name, think your name. Go to vote-truth.blogspot.com. Then you're going to find 28,000 examples of my graphic art prepared as 4x6 photos. The border around it's there to prevent the photo printer from cropping off some of the image, some of the words. You're going to find something you like in 28,000, so print me out, laminate, it'll last longer. Now keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. MacArthur Park in Los Angeles. Some nice clouds over some buildings. I'm Milton, John Milton Brady, son of a carpenter, married. Daddy carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne, son of a carpenter, married. I get to tell parables. Make that video of your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. That's not just religious censorship. You can't call me up, tell me what you believe. Business censorship. You can't call me up, sell me what you got to sell. It is lifeline censorship. So make sure you call up all of AT&T's executives. They're in charge of the harassment techniques with Spectrum next door. They own them. And you try to call me in front of them and you ask, when else will my phone not be allowed to work? For what reason is it not? Hear a siren?
Call up AT&T with their 150 million subscribers that you pay good money to them to have your family's lifeline. That should be working all the time. Make that video of your hijack call to me in front of them in person or in front of them via speakerphone. 424-229-4140. There's the address to certified mail to. You ask AT&T and include generals of the military. They don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is, either of them. After I've been asking for over a decade and I have yet to get that first 9/11 Flight 93 check, yeah, they're involved or they're incompetent. Especially with the generals, we don't need them being incompetent and leading men and women. Post. I'm Melton. John Melton Brady. Try to call me right now, 424-229-4140, and see America's Hijack Lifeline. Those stealing your calls to me for over a decade are wording up about their crimes, treasonous crimes, to alter phone records to cover them up. Get that on video. Trump's, Hussein's, AT&T's phone gate. They're using Spectrum next door to conduct harassment techniques against me, man in a wheelchair, who's been asking you for over a decade and has yet to get that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. Put them on speakerphone, make that video of your wife's phone, your husband's phone, your daughter's phone not working as you try to call me, and ask them what their part is, get their names, and yes, especially like the general. If he doesn't know about me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade, he's either involved or he's incompetent. Get that on video. 251. Takes a whole lot of blood sugar to grow a new pair of eyes. Used to be all dark brown. Slowly but surely, changing to blue. Medical research being passed by with a lot of folks committing treason. Get that truth across America and to the world. Some cloud imagery. Oh, clouds are great. Black print on a white cloud there. Some white print on a darker gray cloud. Excuse me. I'm a handsome bald guy. It's hard to do two things at once. Take a photo of that cloud. Come see me and let me design you some skyline imagery. Cloud or vapor trail perhaps. And yes, when you see that plane, 9/11 Flight 93 checking post in 5 right then and there, and look up AT&T's numbers, their executives, their CEO, and try to call me via speakerphone or in person in front of them. They're conducting harassment techniques against me, a man in a wheelchair, because I've been telling the truth for over a decade. Don't take my word for it. Make that video a phone gate today. Tommy is the no-armed Chinese fella. And as a no-armed Chinese fella, he goes to his AA meeting at the bar. Al's bar. Amputees Anonymous. And the new member of Amputees Anonymous, Allie, the rest of the amputees are fascinated by her, missing her nose to be an amputee. And Juanita in particular says, have you ever thought of wearing a prosthetic? And Allie says, well, thing is that they're never secure unless you're wearing a strap, and then it doesn't look very good. And yes, it got caught in the wind during a rainstorm, and she turned upside down. She almost drowned. Hear that siren? 9/11 Flight 93 checking post in 5. Check your family's lifeline. You can't reach me right now. I'm Melton. John Melton Brady. You can't reach me. 424-229-4140. Those hijacking your calls to me for a decade now. Word enough about their treasonous crimes to alter phone records to cover up their crimes. You can't reach me right now. You have no idea when else your phone won't be allowed to work, but you do know it's not going to be news. Same as me asking for a 93 check for over a decade and not getting one, not being news. So call up that general you know, or don't know. Look him up in the internet phone book and ask him about Melton, John Melton Brady, not getting one 9/11 plate 93 check in over a decade of asking. General, if you don't know what that is, you're involved or you're incompetent. Remember when you hear that siren, 9/11, flight 93 check in Poston 5. I'm Melton. And I've yet to get that first 9/11 flight 93 check. That's you picking up your phone knowing it works all the time. Because you can reach me right now. Make that video, post that video right now, and yes, call up AT&T's CEO, Randall Stevenson, or is it Russell? Randall, I think. And you try to call me in front of him via speakerphone or in person. Same for generals. If they don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is, after I've been asking for a decade and they have yet to get one, they are involved or they're incompetent. Get that on video. Here I've included a few dailies, past couple of days on. I'm not putting them here at where all these series I just upload for ChristComplex1 at gmail.com. Not putting them there. Look on youtube.com/DNFD series for that. But yes, Flickr not backing up several days in a row now. Remember to check and post with the CEO, Dan somebody, something Ridge, and also with AT&T, an active part in America's hijack lifelines with Spectrum next door. If you're one of the 150 million subscribers to AT&T, pick up your phone right now. Your family's lifeline, AT&T's phone. Try to call me, 424-229-4140. Make that video of America's hijack lifelines. Post. Also call up those generals. Ask them what's your part in America's hijack lifelines. They don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is after I've been asking for over a decade. To get that first, check up America's lifelines. And desperate folks covering up their crimes are desperate enough to alter your phone records, my phone records, to cover that up. So get that on video. Trump's, Hussein's, and AT&T's phone game. And yes, ask those generals, what's your part in America's hijack lifelines? If they don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is, they're incompetent. I've been asking for a decade. This stuff's all over the internet. They're involved or they're incompetent. Get traitorous or incompetent generals and all officers on video. Here, AT&T conducting religious censorship. Excuse me. Here, AT&T conducting religious censorship against a man in a wheelchair who's been asking you to check your lifelines for over a decade and has yet to get one. Call up AT&T. Make a video of their censorship. When else will my phone not be allowed to work? What's your active part in harassing a man in a wheelchair? And a whole bunch of folks in Eagle Rock as well. That's very easy to turn off. They've shown me again and again. That backup noise, and yes, it's much louder than it should be. Decibel law breaking. So ask them, what is your part in America's hijack lifelines? Try to call me with your lifeline, their phone, AT&T, and get the reaction to America's hijack lifelines are an active part in. Post. And trying to lose them like a bad habit. And yes, I'm sorry if I misspeak every once in a while. I'm a handsome bald guy. It's hard for me to do two things at once. Oh, that's AT&T's Spectrum. Taunting a man in a wheelchair, telling you about your hijacked lifelines, and many times past week. Part of that taunting, they have shown that they can turn that off, that noise. That it is actually, military style taunting. Harassment techniques. So call up that general, and either he is involved or incompetent as far as me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for over a decade and not getting one, and call up AT&T. Their CEOs, their executives, and you ask, what's your part in Trump's phone gate? And when else will my phone not be allowed to work because of something you are doing? AT&T with Spectrum. Flower imagery. Oh, it looks a little darker. A tree imagery. A Doris. And what was the other one? Carrie. Imagery as well. I've got your contact cards. Contact images. Use them as your email. Text them to folks. Print them out. Laminate. 4 to a 4x6 photo fits in your wallet. Anybody's wallet. 2 to a 4x6 or a 4x6. Yeah, this size. Print them out. Use them for your contacts instead of writing them your name down and number down on a piece of paper. Make that video of your hijack call to me. That's Lifeline sensitive. Then come see me in person.